This was me 3 years ago. I was skinny, weak, and just 86 pounds. I was that kid hiding under a hoodie during summer so no one would see my stick arms. People would constantly call me skinny, joke about my tiny wrists and how I wore kid-sized clothes. I hated it, so I decided to change. I started lifting, and this is me today. If you're a skinny guy who wants to build an aesthetic physique, I'm about to give you the no bullshit, straight to the point guide I wish I had when I started. No overcomplication and no fake promises, just the exact steps that actually work to turn a skinny frame into a lean aesthetic body. So here's the truth. Most skinny guys waste years doing the wrong things. I know because I did this myself. Maybe you've tried working out. Maybe you've tried eating more, but nothing sticks. You feel like you're destined to stay small forever, but you're not cooked. And you don't need perfect genetics. Building muscle as a skinny guy comes down to 3 things: training correctly, eating correctly, and staying consistent long enough to see progress. That's it. Now, before we talk workouts or diet, let's define what makes a body aesthetic. It's not just about size, it's about proportions. What you want is a classic V-taper, wide shoulders, small waist, solid arms, and visible abs. That's the shape that naturally looks attractive. There's even a ratio for this, roughly 1.6 to 1, and it's called the golden shoulder to waist ratio. That's your target for an ideal aesthetic frame. The way to build it is with resistance training, lifting weight and using progressive overload, which I will explain in a minute. So, which muscles matter most? First, the side delts. They give you that wide superhero-like V-taper and makes your shoulders pop even at rest. Next is the upper chest. Most guys neglect this area, which makes their chest look flat. A full upper chest shapes your torso and gives you a strong masculine look. And then of course we have the abs. Everyone knows a six-pack is the ultimate symbol of aesthetics, but the lower abs are what really separate the average core from a clean and Greek godlike midsection. That's what makes the whole physique look sharp and complete. Arms comes next. Biceps, triceps, and forearms. They're always visible. They frame your body and give your arms that full and powerful look. And finally, we have the lats. These wing-shaped back muscles literally create the V-taper when they flare out. Your waist looks smaller, your shoulders look wider, and your frame transforms. That's the Dorito everyone wants. Muscles like the neck, traps, spinal erectors, legs are, of course, also important, but they're not the main drivers of aestheticness. They'll develop naturally if you focus on your compound lifts like pull-ups, rows, and squats. And before you start flaming me, of course, you need to train legs to balance your proportions and keep them right. But obsessing over them isn't necessary for an aesthetic upper body. Prioritize shoulders, chest, abs, arms, and lats, and the rest will follow. When it comes to training, the biggest mistake skinny guys make is copying influencers who do crazy high volume workouts, like 20 sets per muscle group. It won't work naturally. Those influencers are often on steroids, so their bodies respond differently. You don't need endless sets and fatigue, and what you need is intensity. So I'm going to make it simple for you. Pick 5 to 6 solid exercises per workout, do 2 to 3 heavy sets per exercise, and I want you to push those sets close to failure, at max 1 or 2 reps left in the tank. A good rep range is about 6 to 10 reps per set. Focus on form first, then gradually increase the weight. For example, a push day could include bench press, incline cable flies, overhead press, lateral raises, and tricep pushdowns. And that's it. Simple, 5 to 6 exercises, 2 sets each, about an hour, and you're done. Now, for the most important concept, progressive overload. This means making your body work harder than it did the workout before. Lift more weight, do more reps, and improve your form over time. For example, if you bench 60 kilos for 9 reps today, next session aim for 10 reps, and the session after that, try to increase the weight and maintain the reps. Over weeks and months, this gradual progression is what drives real muscle growth. Nothing fancy, but it works. Instead of chasing pumps, chase strength. If you're lifting more weight 6 months from now, you'll look better. It's as simple as that. Focus on a handful of key lifts. Train them with intensity and your body will grow. Now, I won't dive too deep into specific splits or what exercises here because I'll make a full video in the future which will be linked in the description. But for beginners, push-pull legs is a simple but effective split. It hits every major muscle group twice per week, and training 6 days a week gives you the fastest results. Push day hits the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Pull day is for back and biceps, and legs cover quads, hamstring, glutes, and calves. If 6 days is too much, a 3-day full body split or a 4-day upper-lower split works just as well. Pick a simple plan, train hard, and stay consistent, and I promise you, you will build muscle. Now for the most important part, diet. Training is only half the battle. Most skinny guys stay small because they aren't eating enough. I thought I was eating a lot for years, but in reality, I was barely hitting maintenance. I was coping hard and making excuses as to why I couldn't gain weight. But the truth is, you just have to pick up the fort. What you need is a consistent calorie surplus, eating more than you burn every day. A good starting point is 200 to 300 calories above maintenance. If you're unsure about your maintenance calories, I'll leave a free calculator link in the description. And I'm not affiliated by any means, but simply plug in your weight, height, and age, and you'll get your estimated maintenance calories. And just eat 200 to 300 above that, and you should be good. Meal timing isn't critical, but consistency is. So eat regular meals you can stick to. Now, of course, protein is also essential. Your muscles are literally built from it. So aim for 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. For example, at 160 pounds, you would need about 130 to 160 grams of protein per day. Combine this with your calorie surplus and you're primed to build muscle. The only 2 supplements I would recommend is creatine and protein powder. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements, helping you lift heavier, recover faster, and build muscle over time. Whey protein isn't essential, but it helps you hit protein targets if you struggle to get enough from food. Now, here's the part that nobody talks about: muscle recovery. Muscle doesn't grow in the gym, it grows when you rest. So make sure to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. If you only sleep 5 hours, don't expect any results. And stop program hopping. As a skinny guy, I would constantly switch workouts every month or even weeks because I got bored. But that's why I stayed stuck. Pick one solid plan, track your lifts, and force progression. The truth is, consistency is your biggest weapon. So show up, eat, train, sleep. 6 months of this, and you'll transform. Most quit before seeing results. Don't be that guy. So to wrap it up, if you're watching this and you're skinny, here's the truth. You don't need steroids or perfect genetics or a secret bodybuilder program. You need time, consistency, and discipline. I started at 86 pounds. And now I've built the physique I've always wanted. And if I can do it, so can you. I'll be dropping weekly videos breaking down training, diet, and everything you need to build an aesthetic physique naturally. If you're serious, subscribe, like, and drop a comment telling me where you're starting from. And I'll see you in the next video.